Hello and welcome to Married in a Year, because this is not just a hope, this is also a declaration that you are married in a year. Today we're speaking about flirting. Flirting always gets bad reputation amongst Christians. It's like, oh, you don't flirt because flirting is sexy and all those other things. While people can extremely do it and be sexual in the way they do it and be overt in the way they do it, flirting is not necessarily a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. When I used to work with clients predominantly about their sex life, I used to say to them that a person you cannot play with, you cannot flirt with. A person you cannot flirt with, you can really enjoy sleeping with. Because there's a very huge role play and excitement plays in this matter. The delight of just being in their presence, of being yourself, of being childlike, allows certain hormones to kick in that will typically not kick in when you are in the office. That will not kick in when you are on LinkedIn. It won't kick in when you're making business plans. You don't feel oxytocin when you're rushing to catch your 5 a.m. flight. Except, of course, someone is loving you in the process. You don't get to have an overflow of that. You may have high level of dopamine because, you have a goal, you set it, you hit it and all of that. But in terms of being playful, being childlike, being free, being expressive, those are not the things that come to play in your professional life. But they do come to play when you are playful. They do come to play when you are flirting. And so think of flirting as delighting in someone. Think of flirting. Let's reprogram your mind about the subject. Think of flirting as delighting in someone. The Saturday to Resurrection Sunday, like I was saying in the last episode, when Lord had told me to put out some things, because it wasn't an express instruction, it was while I was doing it, I realized, oh shoot, the amount of energy coursing through my body feels like I'm ministering on the altar, which is very interesting. When I used to practice sex therapy, people asked me, how did you know you were supposed to do sex as a key subject, not just anything else? I said, because every time I did it, my prayer life went up. There was a certain level of, oh yeah, you are in the perfect will of God that came with it. That was what was happening to me on Saturday. And if you go back and check all my posts on Saturday, they come off as flirting posts. They come up as, oh, position yourself. They come off as, this is where you're supposed to be. And that was very major because aside from praying in the morning on Saturday and do those posts the whole of Saturday afternoon, in the evening, someone had called me right after I finished and I was to pray for the person. And I remember the same flow of energy I prayed with would have been what I felt immediately after ministering on an altar. Which was interesting because all I did again was type things that look like teaching people to flirt. But that thing is called bridging the gap. The reason too many believers are single is that they don't know how to bridge the gap. So they pray, Lord, give me favor. Fantastic. When favor comes, what do you do with it? Do you even know when there's favor? You're single and you're trusting God to meet someone, and here you are at the airport and someone is being extra kind. Yes, they may just be kind, but are you kind back and paying attention to, oh, there could be a miracle here? Are you even aware that you could be standing in a moment? Today's focus is going to be Ruth and Boaz. If you go to the website and read the prayer article called Ask for a Matchmaker, I did a thorough breakdown, so I will not repeat myself so we don't use our precious time here. But Ruth was so ready. I used to think Ruth made the first move until 2 years ago, where I was studying it because I was supposed to teach on singleness. And then I realized, wait, Boaz made the first move. Boaz warned the young men not to go close to Ruth. He told the women to give her extra stuff. Then he took the initiative to go and tell Ruth. He didn't need to tell Ruth those things. He told Ruth, and he was giving Ruth green light. And clearly, Ruth was not taking it because she was still being Ruth. Until she went home and told Naomi, and Naomi was like, yeah, he's come halfway through, you've come halfway through, but there's a gap. That gap needs to be closed. This is what you need to do to close the gap. Many times, what you need to do to close the gap is what we call flirting. Oh, say hi to him back. Oh, smile at her back. Oh, text and ask how was their day. Oh, I heard you have a program in Dallas. Can I come over? It looks like you're doing the most, but that's you bridging the gap. So today, I'm not going to speak above your head. I'm going to try and bring back some of the things I posted on Saturday for those of you who are not on Threads on Instagram. They'll also be on the website at www.lizachuma.com. If you type lizachuma.com, the site will open, don't worry. Okay, let me go into these notes. One of the ways you can flirt is with your social media. Too many people mess up their profiles, their social media accounts, and they don't realize that that is a gold mine for their dating life. Here are a few things that could mess up your dating when you use social media. One, giving us LinkedIn pictures for personal profiles. It makes you look unapproachable. It feels as if you don't want us to get close to you. So when you make posts on social media, give us great pictures. I'll speak about that later in more detail. But here are some of the examples I'd given before. On LinkedIn, say for example, you want to give people a cue that you're single, but you also don't want to be making all your posts about singleness, which is something I see people do on Threads. I unfollowed someone because of that thing. I'm so sorry. When I come on Threads newly, I'd followed single something, and I saw every single post. I was like, yeah, thank you. You need to do something else more than be single, please. But you also want to give us hints that you're single. So say on LinkedIn, you're making a post. You could start the post with, as a single person in aviation. You've left a great hint. You're a very smart person. You're in aviation. You're phenomenal at what you do, but you're single. On Instagram, you post a picture with your friends and say something along the lines of, oh, as a single aunt or a single uncle who is prepared. Do you understand? Like, leave something that tells us, oh, this person is actually single enough for me to shoot my shot. On your WhatsApp or Instagram story, you could say something as little as, oh, if you buy me biscuit right now, I will totally assume you're asking me out. You'll be shocked how many people want to buy you biscuit. If it's a full-length post, you may want to give us tips. If I wanted to take you out on a great date, I would do this. Or if I was to have the best date of my life, would have something like this. Just leave a cue. That's the summary. Leave a cue on your social media account. See, there are other things you're doing that is sabotaging your social media love story. You don't have an original content. Everything you post is you sharing someone else's idea. It makes us wonder if you're capable of thinking or communicating sound thoughts. You're an intelligent person, show it. You don't need to be the person with the highest IQ, but you do know how to think thoughts. Let us know that you know how to think thoughts. Even God says to us that I know the thoughts that I think towards you. Why did God have to tell us that he thought? There's something about knowing that someone processed what they're about to say to you. In Genesis, when God was going to create, we find that the Spirit of the Lord brooded. And so what that tells us is, oh, God did not just say the first thing that came to his head. He took his time. Let's know that you take your time to do things. You're nonchalant. You engage other people's posts carelessly without courtesy. I've seen people do this to me on Threads sometimes, where I think I made a couple of posts about if you're interested in something. And someone said, was it details? It was just one word. No courtesy, nothing. And the person was asking a question. That's the crazy part. It was a question, but it was one word. You can't be that careless. You can't be that careless. Rebecca was not careless. When Eliezer met her, she was not careless. And she did not pretend to not be careless because she thinks that's her father-in-law. No, she didn't know. She was just a kind person. Number 3, hijacking other people's ideas or other people's content. So you see someone posted their love story or they met their spouse on Instagram or LinkedIn or Threads, and you go inside and be like, oh, my own too will happen. Have sense. Sorry. Just say congratulations first. Before you pray your own prayer, say congratulations. Be kind to them. It's not your spotlight. Don't take it. Just the same way you don't go to your friend's wedding and your goal is to dress up more than the bride or dress up more than the groom or be the most exciting person at the event. Except your friends have said to you, oh, cover me. I may not have energy during the day. Please don't. Being desperate with your every post. Every post is about the dating pool. Somebody did this. Calm down. Dating is not all you are. That's not your whole identity. That's not your whole personality. Because if singleness is all your personality, we should run away from you. If singleness is all you have to speak about, we should all be weary. The Bible says we should not be weary in well-doing. They did not say we should not be weary with bad things, or we say bad things, so we'll be weary of you with our full chest. Please. Number 5 thing, you only post about hazards. Oh, thank God it's Friday. Has been a hard week. Oh my goodness, life is hard. Hey, you are in debt. Life is life for everybody, but you're not the only person things are messy for. You don't realize it, but being a cheerful person can be hyper attractive. You may not realize it because some of you do realize it, but being a cheerful person is hyper attractive. Attractive enough to make us want to speak to you. And so although you're not directly flirting, it's an attractive thing that makes us want to flirt with you, because sometimes you're the person who is flirting, some other times you are just open enough to receive flirtation, right? You don't have any media files, no picture, no video. Your account looks like a bot account. In 2026, where we have AI accounts all over the place, where AI musicians are raking 1 million views a month, the last thing you want is for someone to think you're not a human being, to have pictures that look like you don't care about yourself. All right, showing off your romantic self with images. Think of pictures about younger you, version of you that is in community, you who is alone, a picture of you enjoying yourself with your friends, your pets, with children, a picture of you outside, you at events, you finding adventure, exploring adventure. Those things show us what life with you will look like. And you may not realize it, but it's a memory someone can go to bed with. I'll say that again. It's a memory someone can go to bed with. It's a memory that will make someone go and pray. It's a thing that someone will think about, and Nigerians will say go bust their head. It's not every time you have to flirt directly and wink and bend your shoulders and cross your leg and let the toes be pointed towards the man to know that you are interested. It's not every time you have to go into the deep bedroom of your voice as a man and be busy. Sometimes flirting can be very indirect, which is why I said flirting is delighting. And enjoying yourself is attractive. Have you ever seen a full-grown adult taking ice cream? I don't like ice cream. It's too cold. But every time my friends who like ice cream speak about ice cream, they come alive so much that I start questioning if I'm doing something wrong with my life. That's what flirting looks like. Flirting gives the other person the impression that if this is not your person, you are going to lose. Why do you think toxic people end up picking the best people in the room? Because the best people in the room have this energy that says, I need to have that. And they don't want to turn away from it, even though they know they are toxic. There's something about delighting. You need to delight in life. Okay. In order for you to flirt appropriately and show off your romantic side, even if you're someone who is a strong leader, you lead other people, you are bossy, whatever, you need to have a romantic side to start with. So people struggle with flirting because it's not something they do on a regular day. They are not very interested in attraction and in delight on a regular day. And so when they come to flirting classes, it's difficult. When someone is saying blink twice, you don't even blink for 6 hours in a day. Are you going to blink twice? You're not. You don't have it in you. It's like someone's telling me to move my eyebrow to communicate something. I'm sorry, it will not work. I don't have it in me. If that's the case, you need to work with someone personally. This General Voice podcast may not work for you today in that regard. You have to be willing. Oh, but I'm not a flirty person. Yeah, nobody's saying you should be hyper and overt. But you have to be willing. You have to be willing, okay? You have to be willing to practice it as well. Process that, I need to do this. Then practice it. Practice being a delightful person. Practice having nice pictures. Practice smiling. Practice being playful. Being playful doesn't mean being touchy. If you don't like being touched, that's fine. But you need to find a way to be playful. You need to find a way to engage. So if you're actively dating someone, and can you say to them, let's go to a pottery class? Do you like pottery classes to start with? Because if you're angry when you said it, I'm not going to pottery class with you. Do you even know what you like to do if someone was to answer your lines? Okay? Invest in this side of yourself. Take pictures of you that are supposed to show off your romantic side. That's conversation for another day. But I want to go into some of the things I said to people to do specifically for Easter Sunday. They will be helpful for you. You are meeting people. It's a first date, so don't be under pressure. Aim for conversation. That may be flirting tip number 1. Aim for conversation. You don't just want them to say, oh my God, he has a nice smile. Oh my God, he has a great voice. Okay, you have a great voice. You were ordering food for your family member. You were not ordering food for me. So we didn't speak to each other. I go home, I'm like, oh my God, I met this man today. His voice, oh Jesus. Okay, what has it converted into? Sorry, that sounded like business when I said converted, but yeah. Number 2, create continuity, which is the best part of flirting. The best part of flirting is not just engaging with them right now. It's giving them a reason to come back. So here's how you create continuity. Do something that leaves an open door for a great conversation to evolve. How do you do that? Take a picture of someone's phone and say, I will send it to you. Now they have to give you their number. Send them a DM on social media on the spot. Oh, it was nice speaking with you. What's your Instagram handle? Send them a DM instantly. They cannot say they didn't see it. If they don't respond to that DM, you know they don't want to speak to you. Case closed, moving on. Give them your contact and let them dial it on the spot. So instead of just call your number, tell them you're holding your phone and then call your number out. Let them dial it. So they can't say they didn't get the number, or worse, if they lose the number, you can swallow your pride at some point and call them. Take a picture of them and offer to send it via WhatsApp or some other personal app. So if you met this person at a work conference, the last thing you want is to send them the picture on LinkedIn, because that gives a professional vibe, as opposed to if you offer them your personal WhatsApp number or whatever social media you prefer. Start a story and promise to tell them the rest during a coffee date, or invite them to a public event you love, like a concert, a movie, something public where other people are there, but something personal enough because you invited them. Watch their interactions with other people. You don't want to say, oh, you met this great person and you're flirting with them. Yes, but you are flirting with them in isolation. So nobody knows this person you met. In case you didn't get their number, nobody remembers their face. Nobody knows their name. Nobody can track them down. If you are in a gathering like church, which was the context in which this was originally written, please see them in front of other people. Say hi while other people are walking around, okay? Number 4, aim for friendship. This is under the flirting tips, particularly from the Easter weekend. Aim for friendship. You may not meet your spouse when you're flirting or when you're being delightful, but you could be speaking to the sibling of your spouse. So if it was a lady you were speaking to, obviously you won't be flirting with her as a lady. I won't be flirting with a lady. But there's how delightful I can be that makes her call her brother and say, you need to meet this girl I just met. So understand that this thing we call flirting and this thing we call being delightful works in all directions. There's how delightful I can be to someone's mom. She's going to call her son and tell him to come home for the weekend. There's how delightful you can be to someone that he calls his son, calls his nephew, calls his aunt, and says, oh, there's someone for your son. You see, it's all encompassing. So don't think flirting is this streamlined thing. Flirting is not just one. It's not just one habit or one lesson. No, it's being a delightful person. If you do it towards a significant or romantic person in a romantic setting, it's called flirting. If you do it in any other social context, I call it being delightful. Just be delightful. Dress up, dress up, dress up, dress up. Dressing up is sexy any day. I don't care whether you're a man or a woman. For going out for coffee and you dress up, you tell me you want to be here. If you invite me over for a date and I show up in shorts and it just looks like I don't like you enough, it's not attractive. It's not attractive to anyone, okay? I know this is probably our lengthiest, this is our lengthiest episode so far. I'll try to stick within 30 minutes. Okay, so here are a few things you could also do some more. Pay attention to what you wear. I know you're being playful and you're being delightful and you're being amazing, but you also have rings on your wedding finger. And this person may not be aware and they may not want to ask you if you're married. And so let's say you're wearing a ring and you're sitting in front of the person and you take off the ring and say, oh, this is a fashion ring before you think I'm married. See what I just did there? I'm saying to the person, I like you enough for you to, I don't want you to misunderstand what this ring is. And it's not every time you have to say something. Sometimes you have to do something for you to be flirting. It's not all the time that it is something you have to say, even though many times it does come off as, oh, someone who is quick on their feet, who is able to be cheeky, someone who is able to be playful. Finally, laugh with this person. You don't get to tell me you are delightful towards someone. You like this person, they are cute and they are cool and all those other things, but you're not laughing with them. You're not smiling at them. You don't find what they are saying fun. It's difficult to convince them that they really are the deal, right? So don't just enjoy them in your head. Let your enjoyment be visual. I hope that helps you. See you during Saturday's prayer. Bye.